right, boys, here we go again. Another edition of The Master and the Professor. Yes, The Master and the Professor, we're back. We're back. So this is a continuation of the series. This is the 6th installment in the jacket series. For those of you who've been following us for much longer, this started about 2 years ago. We started with our classic trousers and we moved on to the jacket. So for the jacket, this is about the 6th installment. And if you recall, the first session, we started literally from scratch. You know, these are the paper patterns here. And we built up from the paper patterns to the mock cloth and so on and so forth before we moved on to the actual cloth. In the 5th installment or 4th installment last week or 2 weeks ago, we had completed this minus the sleeve. So I'm going to hand it over to the master to let us know, just give us a preview of what further work has been done on the coat leading to this installment. Master, it's all yours.
Thank you, Professor. So what we've done is we've taken the jacket to the next level. The body was fine, so we made the shoulders secure now. Earlier they were basted raw. The sleeves have been cut slightly wider than the previous one because we needed to add more fullness, which we have. And as you can see on the hanger, you can already see the roll coming through. And I'm quite happy with that. The test of what is in the word?
The test of the pudding is in the eating.
Is in the eating. So once you try it on, we'll see whether it fits well. It should fit well. And for the collar shape, we have kept a bit of an extra so that the actual lines have been drawn. In case you want need to reshape it, you can shape it. But that's the base of your collar. As you can see, it's all hand stitched.
Right. But you've kept the collar for now. You've left it out for now.
Yeah.
Till where
It is where it should be, and it's sitting the way it has to be. But the edges are to be reshaped.
I see.
You can see the pencil. If you come here. So if you see the pencil lines, this is the shape that we outlined. But I would like to see it on you, and if that looks good, I'll cut it now. So then you can see the final shape.
I see.
And that's it. We will finish it off.
I see. So pretty much everything. Last time we didn't have a back lining. We just had the side lining. So now we have the full lining.
Yep.
And we're almost there. Now, I want to also point out something we had discussed, you and I, in the intervening period regarding adding hanging full sleeves into a small armhole.
What we did.
Exactly.
So straighten the line.
What we've done essentially is sort of figure out how to, it's a pretty small armhole we've cut, but we want a very full sleeve head. So I'll let Master explain how he's gone about attaching a full, very big sleeve head into a small armhole.
So what we do is it's an art where you have, let's say the armhole is say 21 inches, but the sleeve is up to about 3.5 inches extra. So we have to really iron it in, and also we played with the shape on the bottom. So we have not scooped it, rather flattened out the armhole, so that when your arm flexes forward, the sleeve will try to move on its own.
Right, without the jacket.
It will not get dragged.
And it will not drag the jacket, absolutely.
So as you can see, we have a lot of roll here, but I would like to see on you how this sits. Maybe it needs a bit of a correction.
I see. So this fullness back here is really critical, right? This fullness, as you can see, this fullness back here is really critical to mobility or to the movement of the jacket, because you don't want to disturb the jacket when you raise your hands and when you move your hands. And this is a very delicate operation. Very delicate operation.
It's a very technical operation. If you really don't know how to do it, you won't get it done. But one more thing that I would like to share is, like we discussed earlier, for movement, a good movement, you have to give up a little bit of aesthetics.
Absolutely.
So
It won't look very clean. In other words, if you want a full drape,
clean, but
exactly. If you want a drape cut that basically adds to your movement or sort of gives you that comfort and flexibility, it's going to look a little bit messy on the back. But fortunately, because this cloth is quite sturdy, exactly.
If it's a thin fabric, it'll be
exactly. So because it's a sturdy cloth, it's going to minimize sort of that, how can I call it, messiness. However, if we did this on a summer cloth, for instance, or a lighter cloth, you will see it's going to be a little bit messy.
Very
You're going to see just sort of a lot of a bit of fullness in the back of the arm and sort of like the back, which might not be as visually appealing as sort of the very clean back, which is not as comfortable or functional.
No. So you've got a small armhole and you've given a lot of fullness. So obviously you have a lot more fabric than needed. So in the sense that the armhole is small, the sleeve is quite big, so you will have a little bit of. Oh, this fabric will take it, but other fabrics you cannot. You cannot even ease that much. A lot of fabric when it is very thin. Thin fabrics it can't be eased in as much, like the Super 130, like the 150s, 160s.
Right.
But when it comes to this weight, which is bulletproof, by the way, you got a lot of enemies.
I know.
Like knife-proof and bulletproof.
I'm a wanted man, so.
So, shall we try?
Shall we? Let's do the honor. So, ladies and gentlemen, so we're going to, Prof is going to sort of pretty up so he can look like he's deserving of standing next to the master. He's going to pretty up, get out of the casual clothes, and we're going to try this on, okay?
Yalla.
So, see you guys on the next video. Thank you.